Welcome back to the Stormtable. It's been a while. I have here a new board that I created that I want to share with you. This is for Redline Tactical Card Combat. It's on Kickstarter right now. At the very least, go check it out. It's an amazing game. This is one of those cool games that it's a mix between a card game and a war game. And the creator of this game, his name's Cam. I've had the pleasure of knowing him we went to junior high together, we went to high school together, known each other for more than 30 years. He's created this game. He has a very small team at Saving Throw Studio, and they've made this amazing card combat that mixes wargaming in with card gaming. And I gotta tell you, Cam's one of those guys that is just really cool. He's like one of those cool individuals who you meet and you're just kind of like, wow. My first experience, or one of my first memories of hanging out with Cam, was being invited to his house. He had this huge setup. They had this giant Battletech board set up. They had a TV in the back and they had video games playing. When I got there was a ton of people there. Cam has a lot of brothers, he has a lot of friends, and like in the corner people were playing PlayStation 1, they were playing Xenogears for PlayStation 1, and I was like, oh man, look at that amazing mech game on the TV. And then they're like, no, come over here. And they had this huge, probably had to be like, I don't know, 8 foot by 8 foot board set up. I mean, I was a kid back then, so it's probably a little bit smaller than that, but still, this huge board set up for Battletech. And I remember we all got to create mechs, and we had this just massive battle. And one of the cool things I thought, because it was one of the first times I ever played Battletech, was like, oh, I'm going to put all the jump jets on my mech, and I'm totally going to do that death from above maneuver where your mech just like totally destroys the other mech and sacrifices himself. Yeah, needless to say, I did not do well in that battle, but I remember it and I had a lot of fun. Cam's created this amazing game, him and a few other people, and they talked about how this game, playing cards for sure, but how it's combat, almost like Infinity, where you're both playing at the same time. It's not like Magic or anything like that, where you're playing and then another player plays and you're doing resources. This is, you're deploying your mechs into the zones, you're trying to take them over, they're deploying their mechs into the zones. They even have the cool spinners that you reveal, like, oh, where's this mech going, and then speed, who's going to fire first. It's one of those amazing games that, you just kind of like, oh yeah, this is a lot of fun. And it's not, as most of us wargamers know, it's not a 3-hour or 4-hour commitment. It's just a 40-minute to an hour commitment. Just a lot of fun just to pick up and play. Now, in the Kickstarter video, of course, they talk about how this is card game, combat. You can take it anywhere. You got your cards, you play. But since it's also kind of a mix of wargaming, I had to create a table for it. So this is my Redline Card Combat gaming board. And this is the Redline logo here on the side. I had some miniature terrain because this is mech scale, this is 28mm, but it's not human scale like Infinity or Clan War. This is more of mech scale, so got a little path in the road and the bushes. I had a lot of fun doing that. One of the cool things about the game is your general can either be in the bunker with their face down or out of the bunker. I thought, well, okay, let's bring some 3D to that, so I created some miniature bunkers so that you can represent when your general is in a bunker. And then your mechs get deployed along the line. I was like, okay, we need something visual to represent when they're deployed and when they're not deployed, so I created these cool little pieces here as well. I had a lot of fun with this board. For the rest of the video, I'm going to do a time lapse of how I made this video. Took a lot of things from my Stormtable and kind of just mixed it, put it in some of my leftovers from the Stormtable that I added. I had a lot of fun with the airbrush and kind of making this logo really kind of pop and stand out, kind of give it a 3D effect. And I think you'll pick up some really cool things through the time lapse, and you'll see some cool ideas for your boards, especially if you're doing a mech board, or even if you just want to make a cool card game board, just something that you can pull out and just play on and have a very cool effect other than your normal kitchen table. So please go check out Redline Tactical Card Combat on Kickstarter. If you're watching this video and it's like 2 years since it's posted, go find it in stores, go order it online. Worth your time, it's very cool, and see you in the next video.